I just do it again, see what
It
happens.
says meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. It says that.
Okay. Okay. View channel. Now live on YouTube. Yeah, let's get getting the email that it is live, but where the heck are the questions? Oh, I just do it again. Oh, I think I see it. Yes.
Okay, good. It's working.
Oh my God. Oh no, you know what? There was a freaking pop-up. That was what was.
Oh, you don't see any questions?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you do. Okay, good.
It's just that I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's what was
There was a
going
pop-up
on.
that stopped it.
Oh,
Ugh.
okay, okay.
All right,
Well,
sorry guys.
we're good. We're good to
Sorry.
go.
Oh, let me record also. Hello guys, we finally got it together. Got our shit together. So we are going to do this Atlantis Scalar YouTube live. We've got so many people waiting to be heard, and I'm going to intermittently get people from across the pond. Like, not all, I have so many. And you guys across the pond, you need to realize, first of all, I want to reward people who are on in a reasonable time zone who actually attend the live. Instead of those who could, who are in the around the time zone, but just don't want to bother and they want me to ask their questions. I don't like doing that, but I do like to help those across the pond who, it's 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And so I will definitely help those people. But I also added Jennifer having a earlier in the morning live that you guys can also attend.
Oh, that's good.
And it's reasonable,
great.
9:30 a.m. Central Time. And I announced that I sent out flyers. You just have to be sure you subscribe by going to atlantscalar.com, the About tab, and then the drop-down menu will show a way to subscribe. All right, so let's start.
Okay, just one thing first.
Yes.
Eric
Oh,
is
yeah. About
okay, there's somebody's dad here. I feel like his name starts with a J. He's recently crossed over.
Oh,
He's trying to talk to his daughter. So if that's anybody listening, it's for you. He wants to let you know he's okay, and they might be asking a question today. So anyway,
wow.
it might be somebody that hears the recording. I'm not sure, but he's right here, so
Okay.
he's talking. Okay.
Wow.
All right, our questions.
All right, Maria King from Jersey, she is across the pond. She wants to say, in my next reincarnation, where will be my choice to live geographically? I mean, at this quantum probability, basically.
So Eric's showing me a map, and he thinks she's funny. I don't know. This woman has a good sense of humor or something. He likes her a lot. Anyway, he's showing me a map, and okay, just to let you know, not everything is set in stone for you or for most people who are going to reincarnate, but it looks like that you have Asia on your list, and somewhere in he keeps saying Eastern Europe. So those are the choices. We have a lot of free will too, so we can make some decisions on the other side, and where we choose to incarnate often will be places that we can best learn our soul lesson.
Okay.
Like learn some of what we're coming in to work on in that particular lifetime. That's what he's talking about. So actually some of the place and like the culture we choose to incarnate in will have to do with what we're choosing to learn. Interesting.
Okay. That is cool. All right, now here's a very sad story, and this is a Norwegian father, so Espen Winter, father of 6 children. Last year lost one of their sons, in a tragic Romeo and Juliet incident. My son, Ask Haldir Winter, age 16, had been dating a Nepalese girl in his class for 7 months. She was not allowed to have a boyfriend. Social control, but we supported them as open and free parents to our son Ask as possible. She had an eating disorder, but Oscar supported her 100% of the time without putting his own needs before hers. Then one night she took her own life after sending him a bucket list. Oscar was so distraught that he took his own life 2 days later. He was the last person we could imagine to end up taking his life, but his love for his girlfriend was too great, and he jumped after her. So it's been 14 months, and this is a very spiritual family, by the way, and they understand all that stuff. But can we bring Oscar forward and
Yeah,
just
as you were talking, he stepped forward.
yeah.
He is such a caring and sweet, just lovely, lovely soul. He seems to
Oh,
care deeply for people. He's very, very sensitive. There's some type of artistic energy. I don't know if he liked to draw or paint or write, but he's got something like akin to an artist.
yeah.
Um, it was a rash decision. He didn't
Yeah.
think it through. He was in so much emotional pain that he acted, as soon as he did it, he regretted it. And he wants his dad in particular, because he says disappointed in himself because it's not it's not how his father or family taught him to act.
Yeah. So what was this relationship about?
It was karmic.
Are
It
they
feels like they're soul twins, actually. This is interesting. They're
oh,
soul
that's
twins.
unusual, yeah.
They have a very strong karmic bond. It's almost like they follow each other, but he's not saying that in order to make an excuse.
Okay.
This is part of what has
It feels like
so strong.
yeah. All right. All right, here's another one, and then we're gonna take others. Okay, guys, and then we'll get back to some of these. But Debbie Pierce Ma was waiting on Helena to finish her healing, and she removed a block about 2 months ago. Nothing has changed though. She ordered the microbiome optimization for her husband and herself. No idea what it was supposed to do. The anxiety relief for my dog, and as far as negative entities, Helena didn't say anything in regards to those. I also ordered the main scalar service. So I guess she wants to know what's going on. What can make the scalar relief? It's kind of unusual because we did the anxiety relief for the dog, and that always works. I mean, really always works because they don't have this belief. I don't think this belief system. It's not going to work for me, or it could too good to be true, or I'm not worth getting well. So what's going on with this family? Because everybody gets so much success. Debbie Piercema.
Debbie Pierce. Okay. Okay, when I tune into the energy of the Debbie, and the reason that so far this is not, she hasn't seen any effect yet. What I keep getting is that there's some unhealed emotional block from your early childhood. That is like, they show me like a boulder and it's standing kind of in the way. It feels like that you can, first of all, actually, I do think your dog is more calm. That's
Okay.
I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I
Yeah.
think there are some differences in your dog. I think that the changes are going to be for you. I want you to continue working on doing some emotional healing of what's coming up. So if energy is coming up and you don't know exactly where it's from, you let it move through you, because what's happening right now is actually the scalar energy is working, but you are not seeing the changes fast enough. And so it's more gradual and over time. So it feels like it's not working. Does
And
that
then
make
that
sense?
creates blocks when you think,
Exactly.
yeah, that's a problem.
Exactly. And so it feels like, because I keep seeing like almost like a puzzle. I keep seeing a puzzle, and then these pieces are sort of coming in, but they're coming in slowly. It's not like all at once. It's not like boom,
Right.
everybody's healed. So you're going to notice gradual changes. This is Erik, he's standing right there. Gradual changes over time. But right now it's like things are shifting and coming up in order to be healed for you. So what this did was like open up I keep seeing a can of worms. So this opened up like a can of worms, not in a bad way, but what happened was what the scalar did was bring up some energy that needs to be healed. So that's what you're going to be experiencing over the next about 6-week period. And it's going to feel a little more uncomfortable before it feels better.
Yeah, it's interesting because I asked the Elohim to release trapped emotions and
Well, there you
release
go.
them slowly so that they can tolerate it. If you release them all at once, it's just it's an emotional.
Well, you might end up, I mean, you might end up a mess, frankly, because it's too much, right? But this is, so it's like, and this is just for everybody. Healing is not very, and I said this must be a theme today. I said this to a client today. Healing is not always linear. Sometimes we feel like we're regressing or getting worse, but in fact, what's happening is patterns and programs and trauma is coming to the surface.
Bubbling to the surface.
Exactly. Right. And so what a lot of people do, and we all have a tendency to just not want to feel stuff because it's uncomfortable. We push it back down, and then it makes this process take longer. So what you can do is when something comes up, if you feel like you need to cry, you actually let yourself cry. If you feel like you need to, this random memory from when I was, and this is not for this person in particular, it's for everybody, but this random memory from when I was 7 is coming up. I don't know why, and I feel kind of sad about it. You let yourself feel, process, and just be sad for a little while. Right. So that's kind of what's happening. It's like you're in that middle phase.
Is there any mantra people could say, like, I'm healing, or this?
Yeah, you can say that, or
it's good, it's supposed to happen,
something like that. Or sometimes if something's coming up, I'm like, I'm willing to release this energy.
Okay.
I'm or if a pattern comes up, if I notice a pattern that I don't like, I'm like, I'll say something like, I'm willing to release the energy that created this pattern.
Good one. Very good. All right, let's take people from the chat thread. I'm on live chat. Guys, I don't do top chat because first of all, I don't know what that is, but oh no, there's that pop-up again. Okay, let's see. Ann B from Illinois. I don't see the top where it says live chat. I don't know. So I can't go up any further. So it looks like the first one. Ann B from Illinois. What is going on with my sister's husband, Steven's mental status? Will he get better? Ann B, Illinois, sister's husband, Steven.
Okay, I'm gonna ask permission for Steven to read Steven, because he didn't ask the question, so I have to be kind of careful with this one.
Yeah, right.
Okay, there's some type of, yes, he gives me permission. There's some type of, it feels very all over the place. I'm not a psychiatrist, so I'm not trying to diagnose, but it feels very up and down. Like he's having these kind of wild mood swings, is what it feels like. He may need some professional help. It feels like to me. He may need to seek a counselor or a mental health professional. It does feel like anxiety, depression, and these pretty volatile swings. So there might be some help that's needed here.
Okay. All right, Cassie from Cali. What healing abilities does she have?
She's very clairvoyant. That's for one thing. I mean, it's like she sees things, she sees visions, she gets hits about people. She's got this very natural gift. They're showing me a pair of shoes. Okay, she is not yet, let me get this right, sorry, not yet stepped into those shoes because she doesn't quite believe it. She's like, I have all this, but I don't, what if I'm making it up? I don't know. I think I get that right. So they want you to just imagine, I mean, you can imagine any kind of shoes you want. I mean, they can be like Dorothy shoes, sparkly with, but they want you to just imagine you're owning it. You're stepping into the shoes now as a healer. You have the ability to help people release blocks. You have the ability to know things about people
Cool.
I sense that you could even work on going in past lives. I mean, there's a lot of ability here. So
Awesome.
really cool. Yeah.
Thomas Saba from New Jersey. What does Erik see me doing as a career?
Okay, he says, and this is all you're in the wrong, and we'll get to what you should do in a second. Not should, but you could do.
Yeah.
They're showing me like a church with the wrong pew. So that's a sign and symbol for that you're in the wrong field at the moment. You're not quite in the you're not quite in the right field. Hold on, career. Thomas. So it feels like you are very I don't know what this means. I wish I could talk to you, but I keep seeing you working with your hands. Like, are you good at building things? Are you good at making things? Are you good at fixing things? Have you ever been in the past? That's just a thought. If not that, it feels like you're really good at like figuring out complicated problems. It feels like you're like somebody gives you a problem and you have no idea how it's going to be solved, and most people would give up at like step 2 or 3. You figure it out, you get to step 10. So something where you're either fixing, making, or helping solve big picture problems.
Probably needs a full session with you, Courtney.
Yeah, something. And he's very smart. I'm like, he is very smart. It just feels like he's not quite in the right zone yet. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But you'll get there.
Lisa D. Oh, I forgot to say, of course, did I say this is Courtney Dillon? Her information
okay. Hi.
is
Hi,
in the
everyone.
description box, and it will be on the
Dillon.
screen. Oh my God, I got so flummoxed.
So I just want to say this so people don't get mad at me. I'm not seeing people until September because of big move. So
yeah,
be patient, and I'm gonna start seeing people in the fall again. So okay.
All right, Lisa DeYoung from Nova Scotia. More often lately, I've been seeing things out of the corner of my eye. Is it my lashes, or do I need?
No. Eric's saying it's real. It's real. Like you're saying it.
Spirit visitors.
It's totally spirit visitors. And what's funny about Eric's laughing, it's like you've asked, and you're like, I never see anything. And then you're finally getting it, and you're like, oh, but maybe it's my eyelashes. That's cute. Yeah. So no,
good. Just know it's true.
Get to know them. They want to work with you. Yeah.
Ask the spirits to be more present and more visible.
And they're playful. Like she's playful. She's got this kind of cute, playful.
Cool.
I like her energy. It's cute, playful.
That's cute.
Anyway, so they're playful.
Okay. All right, Shandi from Virginia. Should I look into Tennessee or Pennsylvania for my extensive oral surgery? Oh, bless you.
Wait, what are the choices?
Tennessee or Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania. It's a higher. It's better energy there for the surgery, not in general. So not putting down Tennessee for
oral surgery. Right.
Yes. Right. Okay. Do we have more? No, are you looking? Okay.
No. Should I look into Tennessee or Pennsylvania for her extensive oral surgery?
Oh, I'd say Pennsylvania. It feels stronger. And hold on, let me look. Is there anything else about that? No, Pennsylvania is the way to go.
Okay, Yolanda. Hi, Elisa. Any change coming for me? Is that too general? We don't have where she's from. Should we?
Yeah, we need a little more info.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Write another question, Yolanda, and be more specific. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nancy P. I needed to put my cat Zaina, I remember this, to sleep on the 28th of last month. My remaining cat, Farah, isn't managing well. Little food, water, meowing a lot. What can I do? Is Zaina around her yet?
She is, but your other cat is really struggling with depression. Really it's like a heart sickness. It's such a deep grief. Okay, let's see how to get this cat out of this deep grief.
Yeah.
Okay, what your cat, it will come out of the grief. It will it's like it doesn't want to be forced to eat more right now. It feels like this will resolve itself on its own, but keep the cat like on your body if
Oh,
possible and close to you.
yeah.
And that's going to be helpful, like on your physical body, you know, either on your lap, if you're even just if you're watching TV and your cat will go on your lap, just it feels like it needs more, you know, physical contact. And I know you're not ready to get another cat right now. That's not what you're feeling at all. You're just really heartbroken and missing your cat, but it feels like at some point you may bring another cat in, and that will help.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah, in the next few months.
Yeah.
So, but only when you're kind of starting to feel better.
Okay. All right. Kim Walter from Jersey. She's had a lot of trouble with her mother and sister, who, Kim is not well physically. Okay. Sister's name is Karen Lori Walter. Mother's name is Lenny. And I think they just something happened with she's not getting any financial like from the will or something. I don't know. But anyway, apparently, according to her, and she likes to tell people I don't help my mother, only she helps my mother. She set it up that way, and my mother has been financially supporting her, the sister, since 2012, 2013. And
okay, so the mom's supporting the sister. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so what's going
Okay.
on there?
Okay, when I tune it, it is, you have been through a lot with these people.
She
and
has.
It's not just this lifetime, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. She treated my mother like dirt and got her in a headlock in her final years so that we can't even help each other. Anyway, yeah.
Okay. In terms of them being kind and supportive, okay, we don't know. People can change on a whim. We don't know.
Yeah.
However, right now, as of right now, it doesn't feel like they're going to see from your perspective or be helpful or be that kind. It feels like this is a painful opportunity for you. And I'm going to say opportunity and painful together, because sometimes our opportunities are painful.
Yeah.
And this is about you being empowered in these relationships in a way you've never been before. It's like, and I don't just, people say stuff like take your power back. And I say stuff like that too. Sometimes though, what does that actually mean? It means like, okay, what would it look like if I stop focusing my energy on what they're going to do?
Yeah.
What would it look like if I imagine my guides could put a filter in front of me and I could call back all my energy through this filter that's been taken or that I've given away or that I've spent on this situation that feels like I'm being wronged, even if you are, because in this case, I would agree. I think you are being, I think it's not right, and you have the opportunity to kind of start to really just like empower yourself around, okay, I can't change these people. I can only focus on my own healing. And that's for all of us, including myself. Sometimes we look at, our family and we're like, oh my God,
I can relate.
Right, all of us. We've all got someone, right?
Almost everybody. Yeah, of course.
Almost everybody. Yes. But we can only use those relationships as like mirrors to heal ourselves. That's it. We can't make that other person come around or change.
No,
sometimes that happens, but a lot of times not. And so Erik's reminding me to tell you that we pick people to play these roles of,
contrast.
this contrast. He said asshole, but you said contrast.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what's the go ahead.
So, but you also have been in another lifetime with them.
That's what I want to ask.
Then you're like a servant, female, a servant in a home. The home looks very wealthy, like a, not like a castle or anything, but just like a nice, you're in Europe. They're showing me that you worked as, they're saying indentured servant.
Like Cinderella.
So, a kind of, it's like a feeling of like cleaning everything but you're not getting really paid. So you are, that energy is, and both of those people are in that home, but they're above you of a higher status.
Mm.
So you are playing, it's the same energy playing out of them kind of keeping and taking your money, and you have to just do all the work. So it's not about that you have to try to fix it, but you can heal they're showing me it's like a direct line into this. I'm sorry, they're spending a lot of time on you today. A direct line into this other lifetime. You can ask your soul to assist you in clearing the energy from this other lifetime. Ask your team help you. And also, you don't have to be a victim of this anymore. You can, even if they don't change, you can feel empowered that you are doing your best. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay,
And
remember, guys, don't
love
repeat
yourself.
the same question throughout the thing because it makes it so muddy and difficult for me with my limited brain resources to navigate. But I see that's happening. Let's see, Denise G.
Okay.
From
Hi, Denise.
Northridge, California. May I get a message from my brother Larry S., who passed back in 2020?
I'm wondering if he had COVID, actually. I mean, obviously 2020, but beyond that, that's it, there's like a lung thing, or he might have been a smoker. I'm not sure. It's like hard to breathe. Okay, your brother kind of cracks me up. Like, I don't know what it is about him, but I immediately start smiling, and he just has that Joker energy. Like, he's always joking. You kind of can't take him too seriously. I kind of feel like he gets into trouble. Like, you know,
Oh, a little
not always.
Erik.
Yeah. He's like saying like not always the good kind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like maybe likes to like have a little fun. I'm feeling that kind of thing.
How's he doing?
He's good. He's really good. He's really he says he's happy.
Yeah.
Something about his knees. Did he have bad knees? Like his knees don't feel like they hurt anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, yeah. So anyway, he's good.
All right. Cody S. from Atmore.
Oh, last thing about you. He loves you. Like he just loves you. He just really loves you. He misses you.
Yeah. Cody S. from Atmore, Alabama. Any messages about career or finances for Cody S. CODI?
Okay. Erik wants you to believe in yourself. Okay. You have been looking around and it feels like it's not going well. I'm never going to make any money. This is so hard. You're going to be okay. But he wants you to really, really, really kind of dig deep and start believing in yourself. Now, that's not easy when you feel like, I don't know what to do. But he wants you to, it's like a strengthening of your self-belief is what's needed here. And this will be reflected in your career opportunities and your finances.
Okay.
And you don't have to figure it out all at once. It's like there's pressure. Hold on. He's putting pressure on himself, Erik's saying that he needs to have it all figured out. I need to know all my career and I need to make, have all this money. Just get a job. And that job will lead to the next job. And that job, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. Breadcrumbs, follow them. All right. Liza Hernandez from Guatemala. Her civil wedding is tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations. Any words from her mom, Rosa, for this special moment? She wishes she was there.
She's handing you flowers because she loves flowers. It feels like number one. And I also just feel this like incredible welling up of pride. Like she's just so proud of you. You've been through a lot. You really have been through a lot. And she really wants you. I mean, a lot. This person has been through hell, frankly. And she really wants you to she's giving me chills. She really wants you to celebrate. She is jumping up and down. She wants you to be like, take tomorrow and just really celebrate because there's been so much turmoil and hardship in her life.
And loss.
Yeah, absolutely. And not all of it, it just happened. A lot of it just happened. But now is the time to really celebrate. She's going to be with you all day tomorrow. And you're going to feel her.
Nice.
And I can even see you laughing a little bit because you're like, oh my gosh, mom, like that kind
Oh,
of feeling. It's
that's
cute.
awesome.
And
All right.
congratulations.
Congratulations, girl.
That's so exciting.
Very.
Love it.
Suzanne Taylor from England. In my vision, I see my dream house and being wealthy and happy with my family. I see a dog running around in my garden too with my children. Well, that's not a question, but
Well,
although,
good. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah,
Okay. So if you see your vision, that means it's a possibility for you. If you're
true.
not there, that's okay. The best thing we can learn in this physical reality, aside from like what Elisa is teaching about the 369 method and all these things, is to understand that our imagination is real.
Yeah,
That we are imprinting the field all the time with our thoughts, with our, so just day and night, if that's what you are wanting, see it, see
yeah.
yourself in this world, see it as done. And then as much as you can, it's not just make yourself happy, but be in that feeling state of already having those things as
Okay.
much as possible.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's like, it feels like a golden retriever. I don't know if that's the dog.
Oh,
that you're-
cool.
Yeah.
All right, Raven wants to know, Raven Wild wants to know if there's anything she can do to make sure she receives the full benefit of the energy repair, protection, enhancement uh, for her and her cat Leonardus.
Mm.
Just
It
to
feels
make
like
sure.
it feels like she will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything
It
special she needs to do?
just be excited and believe. That's it. Really, it feels like this is going to be very helpful for her.
Okay.
And it's going to really kind of, she's already been on a healing journey, but it's going to accelerate.
Awesome. All right, Julie Ramos from San Diego wants to know if her son Samuel Ramos has a good chance of winning his unemployment appeal at this moment. Quantum
At this
probability
moment.
reading what they are.
It's not a clear yes. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't feel, no, I don't, what's he doing? He's just really kind of down in the dumps. We want him to, how do I say this? Strengthen the belief that this is inevitable for him. Does that
What?
make sense?
Oh,
that
that
is,
he'll
that
go.
he's gonna win.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You hear
So,
your thoughts. Know that it's already happened.
right, exactly. And then I think that will help. Because right now it feels a little heavy. And
Yeah.
it feels like there's not so when I feel something is happening, or there's like a momentum to the energy. The energy is moving, it's fast moving, it's just boom, 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 boom. This feels like it's kind of more static or heavy. So okay.
Gotta believe. So my daughter and her husband they had hippo insurance, and there was a leak behind their wall that they didn't know about for a long time, and so it got mold and all that stuff.
I know
And
that.
the hippo insurance said, well, sorry, we're not going to cover you. What's insurance for? So they've been through mediation, but now the court is actually going to go before a jury sometime in August. Will
They're gonna
they?
get awarded something. They will. I see it. It's a portion of what they are asking for. They will get awarded.
What percent of what they're asking for, you think?
About 40 to 50%.
Okay, I don't even know what they're asking for, but I'm going to tell them to ask for more then. That's
Mhm.
terrible. It's a young family, 4 kids. She's a
know.
first responder, emergency room nurse.
Mold's a tricky one with
Yeah.
the insurance though. I mean, I've seen other people with this problem, and I had a mold issue too, and they don't really cover it that well. I don't know what that is.
What about the busted pipe? It doesn't have to take care of the mold, but just the damage. I don't know if there was mold actually. I think it's just the damage. So he had to change the wall, the flooring, and all that stuff.
They're gonna get awarded something, but it's like a percentage.
Assholes. Anyway. Okay, all right, let me go on. Rahisha B from New Zealand, living in Australia. I was hoping if Spirit could answer how people at my workplace are finding me. will I surpass my probation period? So how is she perceived in her job in Australia?
Hard worker. Yeah, you're doing great.
Good.
Very hard worker. I just keep hearing, keep it up, keep it up. So it's like this feeling of like, okay, I don't know, I'm nervous. Okay, you're doing great. You just need to keep it up. Yes, you
She'll
will.
pass the probation period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Melissa P. from Bergen County, New Jersey. I received a sign I was a geisha in a past life. Is that true?
You were. Yes, absolutely. I can see the fan, like you're
Oh,
sitting there with the fan.
okay.
That's interesting. Huh.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Elizabeth from Rochester, New York. She's one of our regulars. I love her. Is it possible to have a negative or low vibrational guide? And if so, does she have any?
So I would use it wouldn't be a guide if you have a low vibration. So what I would say about this is yes, but what I would call them is like an entity or an astral being. And sometimes they can, unfortunately, attach to people or be in their home, or it could be a spirit who is misguided and needs to be led
So
toward
not a
light.
spirit guide. So that's not a spirit guide we're talking
No,
about.
I mean, no, because the spirit
Oh,
guide is
okay.
something completely different. So you wouldn't have a low vibrational guide.
How can she
necessarily.
get rid of it?
Well, you can command that it leave. If it's really deeply, like if it's attached to you, then you would want to get someone to do a removal. And I know
You do that with the main service, but
yeah, you could do a main service, and I think there's some other people that specialize that on your website.
but can she do it on her own? Like
It-
sage, followed by
well,
pulse.
I'll say this, it depends. Yes, you can, but sometimes we're compromised and it's hard to get rid of them. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, it just depends.
Yeah. I gotcha. Okay, Jordan C. from Atlanta. What was my past life? I guess she means what is her most the one that influenced her, most significant one.
Um, there's one recent, like, do you like to travel, or are you up for new adventures? There feels like an adventuring energy, like a spirit of needing to always go new places. Well, that's because you lived what looks like a ship, like lived on a ship. It was a long time ago, and you lived as like a crew, and you were sort of always like traveling around to different places. West Indies, you were traveling around to different places and seeing the world. So some of that shows up in this lifetime as kind of this adventurous spirit. So if it's hard for you to settle down, there's a reason for that. You were a man.
Interesting.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, Melanie Hanson. Just wanted to ask if her fibromyalgia will go into remission soon. Melanie Hanson.
In the next year, yes, I sense that it will.
Awesome.
You were doing a lot of healing work on yourself. Okay, I don't know what this means. There's like an accident or a car accident. If I'm wondering, if I were speaking with you, I'd want to know what that means, if you were in a car accident, and if so, when was that? Or you were in some type of crash or accident. If you were, I want you to write down the age at which the accident happened, and you want to work with a practitioner, or do some energy work, or work with a practitioner that can clear that particular age at which that accident happened.
Wow.
Okay.
Good idea. Is it this life or another life?
There's something in this life that I just keep hearing an accident, and I'm like, I don't know what this means.
That could be the root of her fibromyalgia, perhaps. So
It's something. So yes.
all right, I'm going to move on. I'm going to skip people who have been able to get their questions answered essentially every time. Sorry, just to spread the love a little bit. Asi Akker from Holland. What message do I have for my divine team in regards to career?
Okay, you are on the right path. you feel like nothing is quite landed yet, and you keep looking around. Is it ever going to happen for me? I'm not sure. It's like you're on the right track. It may not be exactly what you want yet, but you really are headed in the right direction. That's what I hear about you.
Awesome.
People
Okay.
person.
Robin with a Y, B in Detroit. I recently tried to reclaim my Atlantis power and memories. And I saw a vision of a guy I don't recognize sitting at a table with me. And then I saw him grab a baby. What's that all about? Who was that?
Huh, interesting. Let me see. I
Sure.
have no idea. Oh, okay. That's a memory from that lifetime. It was actually a traumatic memory,
Oh,
which is sorry. But it feels like you have some stored trauma from that time period that you're trying to clear through this work that you're doing. You are actually accessing your timeline from that lifetime, but that's one of the, sometimes these traumatic memories, they stay with us and we can access them if we, they start to come. So you want to work on clearing that in some way, and more of your memories are going to keep coming back also.
okay. Interesting. Now, when I am in the scalar field, I try to imagine, and you told me to do this, Courtney, me
Like I did, I
doing,
remember.
doing the work that I did. Can you help me describe the visuals of that scene of me maybe sitting at a table with others?
Sure. Yeah.
What do you see? And Eric, maybe you can tell me too, because you were working with me too.
Yeah, there's what looks like to me a very large crystal structure. Very large, like as big as a table almost.
Okay.
And that is, there's a lot of energy. It's in this room you work, what looks like kind of like a circular structure. What is it? It's like where you go, you work with this crystal in particular to program smaller crystals to get information. There's a table that you sit at.
I'm getting that too.
Yeah.
Is it a grotto or a cave or something? I'm getting
Yeah.
amethyst all around me.
Yeah, it's like, okay, but there's a one big one. Do you see that big one too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you go there, and that's why it's a circle, because it's a cave. You go there, and that's like your working place. Like you go there to work. So just in the way that you have your, what do you call it again, where you work? You have your
She shed.
she shed. Thank you. I was like, I know it's something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just that's like your she shed there. But so what's interesting to me is you can actually mentally connect with that quote unquote she shed and go work there. Like when you're working here, you can imagine going working there, and you
I
can
try to. And I see I'm holding something equivalent to dowsing rods, maybe, but they're bright and
but
they're
they're
shiny.
yeah, but and they're
shiny.
kind of like a little bit bigger, maybe even.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like a little bit thicker and they're shinier than a normal dowsing rod, but you're doing something like similar to what you're doing now.
How many people are around the table?
Depends on the day.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's always the same amount, but you have players from this lifetime that are the same.
Yeah, I get that. All right, good. Thank you for that. Okay. Tasneem Sheikh from Weaverville, North Carolina. Is it of the highest good for me to attend a large native sun dance ceremony next week, even though I'm still grieving the recent passing of my beloved partner, Mon?
Is it of the highest good for you?
To attend the sun dance ceremony next week.
I get yes, that it would be helpful. It does feel like I don't know what this means. Not everyone will have open arms. So there might have been some type of conflict or trickiness with the group. But I think it would be helpful. It feels also like it's a good idea for you to be around people right now, even in your grieving. Like I know sometimes and there's no put down at all, but sometimes when people are grieving, you kind of want to isolate and not
Yeah.
really want to be around
That's
people.
what me, I did, yeah.
And that's one way of doing it, but also I think it may be helpful for you to be in a community.
Yeah. All right. Ashley P in Houston. Ashley in Houston. Am I on the right track manifesting money? Any advice or action I need to take?
You are, and actually you believe you are, which I even like more. It's like a lot
Oh,
of people. So a lot of people, like we know that we hear this, money is energy, but then in practicality, a lot of us still feel like we're in lack a lot. I mean, I get it. It's hard sometimes. But what I like about her is she's like, I'm manifesting money. And she's actually just really believes it.
good.
So
Good.
yeah.
All right. Kathia Martinez would like some advice. I don't know if you want to answer this, Courtney, on my marriage, whether I should get a divorce.
Okay, I won't say yes or no. Just I would want to talk to you more. I would answer that question. However, let me just look at it. Okay, I'll tell you the energy of the relationship. How's that?
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Okay, there's a communication issue. You do not feel like your voice is being heard in this relationship. There's a block at your throat chakra, a lot of stored energy. There's some suppressed anger that you're holding on to of like, I can't express my anger. Okay. Instead of deciding right now, should I get a divorce? Because that's a big decision. Yeah. Maybe what the next step would be, what are some ways that I can start speaking my truth in this relationship, even if he doesn't like it, because that will give you more information.
Sometimes that's the reason for the relationship. It's a spiritual contract. So if you honor that spiritual contract by speaking your truth, then all of a sudden that contract's honored and it might be fine.
So I hear a response from either you, I'm not sure I'm here, or your guides, that it's falling on deaf ears, meaning that the other person, i.e. your spouse, is not hearing you. Like whatever you say, it just doesn't translate or penetrate or something. So I think listen, it's not fun to be lonely in a marriage, right? Right. So whether or not you decide to stay, I'm not going to give you that answer, but I also want you to trust your own knowing here.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I would
Good.
say that.
Kelvin Anderson, this is kind of a gross one. Okay. In Detroit, how did the dead possum we found in the furnace get inside the house, and how did he get inside that furnace? Gross.
Wait, what? What? They found a dead person in the furnace?
Dead possum, not person. Oh, wow, that got real dark real fast.
What? I'm so confused. Did you call the cops?
Dead person get inside our house and get in the furnace. No, possum. It's actually probably an opossum if it's in the United States.
Okay, hold on. Okay, that's better because I was like, I think you need to call the police or something.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, sorry, that was funny. Okay, I have in the dead possum kit. Ew, gross. It was there when you moved in.
What, did you fall from the wall or something?
Yeah,
up and then fall
down. It doesn't mean anything. It just, I don't know.
So it went from the chimney, the outlet from in the roof. Then
yeah, that's what I see. It's just like
kind of got stuck,
it fell down and then got stuck and then was wiggling and couldn't. I'm sorry, it's like awful, but couldn't get out. Better than a dead person, though. So we'll get
it. Thank God. What do you got against opossums, Courtney?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, Sarah from North Carolina. Does Erik know if it was my guide with me the other night? And was her message about my safety and my job here?
Yes.
Okay, it was a guide.
it was your guide. And there was an overarching message. Now, I don't know the exact message about the job and all that, but overarching message to trust.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, Mary Scott from Chattanooga. What has happened to Dharma? I think it must be a cat or a dog. He's been missing in San Antonio for a month. Oh.
Mm. My sense is Dharma is alive. But somebody has taken that dog. I think it's a dog. I think I'm right.
Or a cat that acts like a dog. Sometimes
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. That when I tune into the energy of that animal, the animal is alive, but somebody is feeding it and taking it kind of into their home.
Will she ever reunite with Dharma? And what does she need to do to help?
I don't have a clear yes right now. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all, you need to microchip your animals. It's very important. I don't know if she was he was microchipped. All right, Judy J in London. Will I be moving to California or Texas? Or need
It doesn't feel like a clear, like you're moving right away. So I don't know when this move is gonna be. Let me see. Let me go next year when I put you there next year. Not it might be till the latter part of next year, but it's not immediately. I get more energy in Texas for you.
Yeah, God, please. California's nice weather though, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I don't know if we can answer this because we don't know the son's name, but we know her name is Shannon Bross. Wants to know what was my relationship with my son in a past life. And she is from New Jersey. Perhaps he is too. I don't know.
Okay, it would be helpful to know the son's name, but when I am tuning into this, there's a lot, been so many lifetimes. It's not just one. I keep seeing all of these little pieces. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at least.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a real, it's tricky because you don't always get along, but you love each other so much.
Yeah.
Feels like you have been his mother in at least 3 other lifetimes. So
Wow.
yeah, there you go.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask for Nancy Antia from Argentina.
Okay.
For her son Santi, who's in spirit. Santi, was it your time to die? April the 2nd. No, April 2007. Was it your time? If not, what happened?
Santi has such a playful energy, and I must have talked to Santi before. I don't remember. I apologize because I talked to a lot of spirits crossover. But he has this beautiful bird I keep seeing. Anyway, like a songbird or like a little something, like a little songbird. Anyway, was it his time to die? He's like, yes, it was. It was his time.
How did he die? Was it a gang? It was murdered, I think.
Yeah, it feels like foul play, like something happened to him. He's such a sweet soul. Yeah, we love Santi.
Was it related to drugs or an argument?
It feels like there was some type of drug use or some type of like interaction over drugs. It could have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's happy.
He's so happy. He's at peace. There's all these little, yeah, he's just great.
That's wonderful.
Beautiful soul.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys for attending. Please hit the notification bell. Please subscribe to the channel, but also the Channeling Erik channel. And if you want to be notified of these lives in the future, you have to go to atlantiscalar.com, the About tab, and then you'll see the drop-down menu where you can subscribe. Don't send any spam. It's just things like this, okay? Just announcements. So, all right. Thank you, Courtney. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Everybody, I love you